This week finds us going back to the fan favorite Mollusk album for a tearjerker of a song. Maybe this one's initially a bit silly compared to some others on the list, but goddamn does it hit home when you listen to the lyrics. This is a classic storytelling Ween song. I love the songs where the lyrics are sung from the perspective of a character. She Wanted to Leave closes out the album in a bit of an opposite mood from the opener, and I like that. It stays on point with the oceanic theme, but showcases Ween's versatility too. I love this track. This one will be a lot of fun to break down the story and get in the characters a little bit more. I figured I could use a bit of help on this though, as there's a few theories out there on what's going on. So I'm going to bring on a very special guest to join me talking about this song. I'm going to be joined by the least hated admin of all, Tom. Stay tuned as well to the end. Someone else might show up with some alternative takes on what's going on. Okay, so we are joined by Tom. Let everyone know who you are.
Tom Etheridge. I'm a WA.s mod. I do the Ween Beer group. You probably know me if you're in any of those groups.
Woo! He's also, as I said previously, you didn't hear it, but your introduction, you're the nicest admin.
No. A lot of people think Grant is the nicest admin.
Grant's good too, but that's how I know you. So, cool, but we're going to get into the lyrics, so let's start the song.
3 men, so they were. 3 men out at sea. 3 men came aboard my ship and took my true love from me. I couldn't believe she wanted to leave. She wanted to leave.
So these lyrics actually start off the song, and they start telling the story. So this tells the story really kind of basic in the beginning, about these 3 men who come aboard a ship, and they took this guy's true love from him. The sad part and the realization on this, well, it's more of kind of the lost half of the theme of this year, is she wanted to leave. They'll get more into that later, but it's kind of a sad realization. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like it's like the same story. Basically, the guy had to be boring, and you got 3 bad boys that come on the ship. I mean, women love bad boys. There's no doubt about that. So what do you think she's going to do? She's going to ditch the square to be with the bad boys. I mean, that's what I feel. And then the guy sees that and is just like, maybe I should turn and be a bad boy too.
I've loved you so long. A child, I've cared for your every need. I've tried to make you smile, and all the while you wanted to leave. You wanted to leave.
Cool. So on this verse, it kind of twists the story a little bit for me. The thing that really sticks out for me is I've loved you so long since you were a child. It makes me think that this guy almost took this girl or kidnapped her or whatever, made her his wife. And that's probably why she wanted to leave. Something there is weird. Why would he know her and care for her since she was a child? That's fucking weird. It's a little creepy.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a different take than I was thinking. I was thinking maybe they grew up and maybe she's just bored with his ass, I mean, really, you're together for forever. I mean, it's like a steak is good, but if you eat it every day, it's going to be like, and then you got three dudes rolling in that are, a little bit, like I said, bad boys. So, I mean,
that's a lot more less creepy takes. I like your version better. So let's see how this ends.
Go gather the guns. We'll blast 'em at sea. A shipping for me not to shoot, for my true love is here with me. I've never loved thee. Now I must leave. Now I must leave.
Cool. So this is kind of how the story wraps up. I find it very interesting. It's kind of a fun ending, a little twist at the end. The wife leaves, and some people have a theory on this, that it's actually the ship that he's referring to and not his wife. I feel the fact that they're quoting this person saying, my true love's here with me, kind of proves that it's not the ship. That's just me. I've never heard a ship talk.
No, I don't believe it's. I don't believe it's about the ship. But the theories out there are just ridiculous on the song. There's quite a few that are just mind blowing. Like the three men are actually the lawyers, and they're actually getting a divorce and whatever. I mean, it's just. I think it's pretty straightforward in the song.
I agree. And some people, I guess, with the child part, to kind of go back to that, have said, oh, it's his daughter. But again, my true love, like, that's a weird way to talk about your daughter. So I totally don't, like, some of those theories, it's cool. In the comments, if you want to discuss them, you have something you want to say about that, that's awesome. But the most, like, interesting part, and I think fun part of this is, after she says again she wants to leave, the fact that, fetch the bottle of rum, I've turned into one of them, basically, Clearly, he's kind of, I feel, getting his revenge on these people. He's turning into, the pirate. Kind of doesn't give a fuck. He's like, you can go, but I'm going to take care of that, so you're not going to last long.
Well, like I said, when you see a dude take your woman and you notice that, they're bad boys, he's like, fuck that. That's what I want to be, But women can smell that shit. They know you're not. They know you're faking.
But he joined him. Now he is. Good on him. Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be part 2.
For sure. But yeah, like we said, there's a bunch of crazy theories. Mention them in the comments. It'd be fun to talk about them. See how people, if you agree with what we're saying. I want to thank Tom again for being on. We're going to do a little more, but do you have anything you want to promote or talk about?
WeenBeerExchange, you can join that. Tons of beer porn, and when I say that, I mean pictures of good-looking beers doing it. And then, don't shit post on WA.s. Thanks.
It's a tall ask. She Wanted to Leave features a secret track reprise of Dancing in the Show Tonight at the end, hence the / reprise.
She Wanted to Leave has been played 183 times, 48 of those as an opener.
The Mollusk was recorded in 7 different studios.
And now, Alternative Fact Interpretations by Brock Denker. It is a little-known alternative fact that Ween's 1996 smash hit, She Wanted to Leave, is actually a prequel to the 1986 Beastie Boys classic, Paul Revere. Now allow me to lay before you the undeniable, the reality-ish of the story of Paul Revere is some stuff happens and he must use a secret code. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, or as many of you may know it, Part 1 and Part 2 as it pertains to the songs. Now the Beastie Boys wrote Part 1, which was about land, and Ween wrote Part 2, which was about the sea. The alternative facts really start to unfold when you start breaking down the actual songs. Now, everyone knows that there are 3 Beastie Boys, which were referred in Ween's nautical hijinks tale as the 3 men who came aboard my ship and takes the protagonist's love from him. Now, the protagonist's female companion in Ween's She Wanted to Leave is loosely alluded to as the daughter who willingly departs with the 3 rapscallions. This leads to a turn in the story that now becomes a bit of a revenge tale, leading to the father gathering up his guns and sets out.
Go gather the guns, we'll blast 'em at sea.
The next alternative fact is in the Beastie Boys' Paul Revere, where it is revealed that Ween's protagonist is in fact the sheriff from the Beastie Boys song, Paul Revere, and he is seeking revenge on Mike D from the Beastie Boys, who has defiled the sheriff's perceived daughter. Mike D, in return, is seeking out the assistance of one of his two cohorts, MCA, to go with him on the run, presumably via the Underground Railroad. In the final verse in Ween's song holds the most telling alternative fact. For I am not the man I used to be. Now I'm one of them. It's a clear, indisputable acknowledgement that the sheriff from the Beastie Boys song and the protagonist from Ween's is in fact mega producer Rick Rubin. Ladies and gentlemen, these have been your alternative facts to Ween's She Wanted to Leave. I've been Brock Daniel.